It shall be in the last days, says Elohim, that I shall pour forth of my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Right now, all over the world, adults and children are having rapture dreams and visions. The increasing frequency and similarities are astonishing.
You clicked on this video and you just want to know, what in the world did I see? Or in other cases, what did I dream? And he turns and looks at me straight in the face, and he grabs my shoulders, tucks me in closer and says, Jesus is coming, Jesus is here, rejoice! And I'm like, yeah, he is coming. And so we maintain rejoicing, and he changes everybody's the feelings, or like the way the atmosphere was in that setting. Him just screaming in joy, saying, Jesus is coming, Jesus is here. Everyone around starts praising God so much louder and so much louder. And I'm like, yay, Jesus is here. But I'm not thinking anything of it. You know, everyone just hears the talk that Jesus is coming. Probably 20, 30 seconds after rejoicing like that, bam, a person in front of me disappears. A person across from the circle disappears. And it's like this, it's like he just beamed and went into like light speed rescue. And I was in shock. And bam, another person disappears, and bam, another person disappears, and bam, another person disappears, and this group of 20 starts becoming a group of 15, a group of 10, a group of 7, a group of 6. And while the people were decreasing and ascending into heaven, I was like, God, take me, it's my turn, I'm waiting for me, Lord, Lord, oh, praise you, Lord, praise you, Lord, praise you, yes, yes, I'm so happy. But as the numbers keep decreasing, I start to get worried, because I'm like, God, when is it my turn? And the man on my left, it said, rejoice, rejoice. I look at him, and he disappears. Just like that. Next thing I know, I look up, I look around, and I realize it's just me and this lady on my right side that has a child. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, no, 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 this can't be it. No, Lord, 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 you're missing us. Lord, please, please take me, Father, take me. I was so freaked out, I was so scared, I felt so hopeless, and I knew what was to come, and I was like, no, please, Lord, please take me. I don't want to stay in this world. I don't want to face the trials that happen after the rapture. But he didn't take me. And I didn't understand, because I was like, God, what is it? I worship you. I've helped people. I've done all these things in your name. And I do it because I love you. And I try to pray all the time to not do it for my selfish reasons, but to be selfless and to praise you. And I didn't understand why he didn't take me. And then the woman on my right looks at me straight in the eyes, and she says, he only took his true followers.
But that day and that hour, there is no one who knows, nor even do the messengers of the heavens, nor does the Son, except for the Father alone.
So yeah, they wound down the window, and I remember I couldn't contain my excitement. I jumped through the window, and as soon as I jumped through the window, I remember in the dream and in my spirit, I was just like, thank God, like, it's time to go. Like, I'm so ready to go.
So he had a dream 2 weeks ago that Jesus came down in a cloud, and he said that there was angels on Jesus' side, on God's side, on both sides, and that Jesus helped the dead people rise up from the ground. He said that when he went to look, it was in the cemetery, And he said when he went to look in the cemetery and on the holes of the ground, there was no more dead people inside the cemetery.
For the Adon himself shall descend from the heavens with a shout, with the voice of the chief messenger, and with the trumpet of Elohim. So the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first.
So I woke up this morning and Conan came in the room and he just woke me up, and all he said was, "Mom, lots and lots of babies." And excuse me, I found out later that it was because he had a conversation with Jesus, which I'm assuming was in heaven. And he said all these babies were on the floor and they were all happy and there was no crying. And I just wanted to kind of elaborate on what happened when I first heard it. So as I'm asking the questions, I kind of understood that he met with Jesus, and he said that everything was yellow. And my son doesn't know what gold is, so he says yellow. And yeah, and he said many babies. He said 20, but my son can't really picture how many 20 is, but he just knows that's a big number. But he just said lots and lots of babies there.
For just as before the days of the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying women and giving women to men, until the day when Noah entered into the ark. Then there shall be 2 men in the field, and one shall be gathered, and one shall be left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mills, and one shall be gathered, and one shall be left. Therefore be alert, for you do not know which hour your dawn shall come. Know this, that if the owner of the house knew at which watch the thief would come, he would have been alert and not allowed him to break into his house. Therefore you be ready as well, for in an hour that you would not expect, the Son of Man shall come.
We don't have much time. The coming of our Lord Jesus, the flight is about to take place, is about to go. And we want every one of us to make it. I pray that every one of us will make it to the kingdom, because that's our eternal goal. That's our life's goal. All these things we are doing here, we're doing it so we can make it to that place of peace and rest.
I go into a vision and I see Jesus, and he's walking in front of me in a robe that's white, and I'm praying in tongues this whole time. He told me to pray in tongues in the spirit the whole walk. And so I am, and I see Jesus, and I get this urge in my spirit to start to run. Now, let me tell you guys, I'm not a runner. I am not an exercise junkie. I do not like to sweat or to exert myself. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to be obedient. And I had this urge to run, and I wiped my eyes, and I'm like, is that really what I'm seeing? Jesus, is that you? And I looked again, and lo and behold, it's Jesus. And I got this sense of urgency that he was leaving me behind. And I got afraid, and I didn't like the space that was between us. And so, as much as I hate to run, I started to jog. And, this road, it's full of hills and stuff, so it's not exactly one that's easy to run on. But, I'm praying in tongues, and I'm calling out for Jesus, and I can't catch up with him. And I got this sense of urgency, like he's leaving me behind. Like he's leaving me behind, like I was a little kid, and and I was watching my dad like get in a car and leave me somewhere, and knowing that he wasn't gonna come back. And so I started running further and faster. And I'm crying. I'm crying like this is like I'm running towards Jesus. And I know that my soul and my spirit is crying out, don't leave me behind. Don't leave me behind. I'm sorry for the space I let get between us. Don't leave me behind.